Is it worth it? Pros and cons to being an independent artist and pros and cons to being signed to a record label. Let's get right into it, man.
Most of the Chicago artists, like, they may have been with labels at one point, but they ultimately kind of end up independent anyways.
Just like my situation. It's like you don't need them. Like I'm saying, it's a difference. Like you can't say you want to be independent, or you can't say you want to be. Every situation fits different people. My independency probably don't fit you. You probably need a label. But when you independent, you gotta learn how to take care of your them bills. You gotta learn how to take care of the studio budget, traveling budget. You know what I'm saying? All that on your own. And some people ain't really got the money to do it, so they rather go with a label. You know what I'm saying? And the label might make you a priority, or they might fuck you over. It depends on you.
Now, are you willing to pay everything out of your pocket? Are you willing to go out and grind and find the resources you need to have a successful music career? These are the questions you need to ask yourself.
I knew I could rap. I knew I could rap anytime I felt like it. Like, okay, I can go ahead and do whatever. It's just I needed the money to put myself out and market myself the way I wanted to. So I was getting money. It's just I wanted to get enough to rap. So if I had 30,000, 40,000, that's not enough. You get what I'm saying? So once I caught on to this glitch and I made 300,000-400,000, I was able to spend 250 real quick. I can go buy all the jewelry I wanted, all that type shit. Then boom, I started getting booked. Mississippi booked me, Memphis booked me, Arkansas booked me. I was doing shows. I was doing 4 shows a week like it was water. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about bringing in all kind of money. Independently. 4 shows a week, every week. I lived on the road. No radio play, no nothing. I just had 10 songs all popping, doing millions of plays on YouTube. I didn't even know what streams was at first. So I didn't even put them on DSPs like Apple, Spotify. You only could get my shit on Spinrella.
Now, do you got the budget to be independent? Are you willing to go out there and market yourself correctly and get the exposure that you need?
Okay, you know how major labels work. They put up $1 million, you damn near got to pay back 8, 9. So I was like, nah, I don't like that.
Yo, ain't that a finesse, man?
It's a super finesse. It's the highest loan you can get in history. They give you $1 million, you got to pay. Most artists, I would say, probably got to pay back about, if they give you $1 million, you probably got to pay about 8, 9 back.
Somebody's going to sit there and be like, nah, how?
At least 5, 6.
Look, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because I think people might think $1 million is just $1 million. Nah, man. Like it's even the way it's recouped is different. The things that you thought were non-recoupable is gonna be recouped off as well. You know what I mean? Like things that really is gonna help you and the label, they still taking out of your pocket. Crazy. Hey, we promoting the project, but we're charging you for the promotion of the project, even though us promoting the project is going to benefit us because we're also taking some of the profits. It's kind of crazy.
They bleeding you dry. They literally bleeding you dry and then give you an advance. And then, that's why a lot of artists probably got to make their money out touring. They got to tour a lot.
Well, a lot of artists never seen a royalty statement. A lot of artists talk in advance. They talk in advances, and maybe if they get pub checks, that's sizable.
For sure.
But the majority of what they really care about is show money.
100%.
That's why that's why I think, and we were talking right before the interview about why the state of the music is what it is. If you've never seen a royalty check from the music you're making, right?
Yeah.
If you've never seen a royalty check from the music you're making, you might just think, yo, let me just put out whatever to get popping, to go on the road, or to go do other shit. Because you're thinking about that's how you'll make your money.
Yeah, and a lot of artists just don't understand the business. You want to understand the business that you're in. It's like selling dope. You understand.
Now, if you sign to a record label, are you willing to stay in that deal until the record label gets their money back? Another thing you should ask yourself, do you believe in yourself? Do you make good music? And with the right exposure, could you sell records?
Majors, when you sign to a major, once you get that money, you ain't gonna never see another check unless you do some fucking Drake numbers. That's just how it is, But you gotta get there some kind of way. So people have to make that choice. You wanna be famous. But once you sign with a label, you ain't really gonna get. You're gonna be making money out shows. You're gonna be, you know. So that takes your mind off your checks and all that shit, you know. But once you sign with them, you gotta understand you done split up everything. You done split your raw. You done split all this shit up, bro. You done split all this shit up once you signed the contract. And they will give you an extra $200,000 for your royalties, 80% of your, you know, if you need extra money, like, you know, like, you get fucked.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a loan, right? Because before you get anything, they got to recoup everything they put into it.
Right.
And then, you know, there's
and they have to recoup what they spent on you, not counting the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Not counting the money that they gave
the advance, and then
the money
cost.
they spent to put this record out, these videos, this, you know. So how many records you got to sell to get it back?
No, facts. You know, and listen, Vlad TV used to be
when
at
records
Universal
are not
Records.
selling like that anymore.
Right.
You're
Where
stuck.
50,000 is considered
You
good.
stuck.
The label puts up the money to go get radio. All right. Let's say a song like On Chill by Wale, right? Let's say you want to work at that radio. Let's say it's $250,000 to like go all the way with it, right?
That's how much it is, Eddie?
Let's say it's I'm on the high side of that. Let's say it's $250,000, right? Well, shit, I don't want to play with my own money. I don't want to play with my own money either. You feel me? But guess what? Guess what you can go do? Go get a line of credit. Like for me, right? Let me give some people some.
Break that down.
Okay, I'm about to tell y'all exactly what's going on, right? I don't want to play with my own money, even though in advance they give you $1 million, et cetera, and they spend money at radio. That still ends up being your money, right? Even a line of credit. I go get $500,000 from a bank and I use it. I got to now pay monthly. It's still my money at the end of the day, but it's about time value of money. It's about cash flow. It's about peace of mind, right? And it's about going into your pockets. I'll go into the pockets of the bank, right? So with Chomp 2, I was like, I could fund this. I have millions of dollars in the bank. I could fund it myself. Why? Yo, bank. Give me my line of credit. All right, cool. Here's $500,000. Say less. And guess what? Fund the whole Chomp 2 thing. I just put the billboard in Times Square for an hour was $60,000. Boom, right? Everything on Chomp 2, I'm using the line of credit. And then I pay $1,000 a month. Come on, I can pay $1,000 a month for the rest of my life. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So there's alternatives. Like if the issue is upfront cash, well, I need that $250 to actually get the radio. Dog, y'all are lit. Go show a bank, like have your business manager send the statements and shit. A bank will give y'all millions of dollars in line of credit. If it's a way better rate too. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. A label is a bank with shitty rates. If that's all you need is money to move, come on, bro. There's way smarter ways to do it. So once you know the radio people, you know the guy at Urban Radio, you know Greg Johnson, you know what I'm saying? And if you've been in this game, if you've been at the labels, you've been behind the scenes, and you haven't at least stolen the contacts of radio, then you're bugging.
So Chomp 2 was funded by a line of credit.
Hell yeah. Which is and will be funded by me, because the line of credit is off the strength of my financial situation.
Word.
And then I pay it back every month. But it's like, so it's an advance. Mm-hmm. I'm not recouped on the line of credit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's a way better rate. And I could have paid for the whole shit out of pocket. Why would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
This is America.
Now, if you decide to go independent, make sure your business is correct. Even though the bank has better rates than a record label, the bank isn't just going to throw anyone $500,000. You got to have good credit, and you got to already be pulling in money. The bank is going to be looking for them statements. They need to make sure that they're going to make their money back if they're loaning you $500,000.
So I would say to anybody out there that's an independent artist, my number one pieces of advice: don't sign a record deal. Don't sign a distribution deal. Don't sign a publishing deal. Don't sign a management deal. Hire the people that you need to work with you.
pick out your goals and go get them done. And you could get them done, and it'll work, and you'll connect with your fan base, and you'll make money. And your rise will be as fast or as slow as you want it to be, but you'll be in a great position. And another piece of advice, go on one of those little websites. I don't want to like specific. I'll say a few of them that I know, so it's not like I'm advertising. But Ditto, DistroKid, TuneCore. You can go onto those websites. This for everybody listening as an artist. You can go to that website right now. Any of those websites right now. Pay $10 a year, and now your music's on
Every platform.
Spotify, SoundCloud, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes, everywhere. Everywhere that's like one of the main barriers of entry.
If you go independent, make sure you got a strategy, you got money to spend, and that you market yourself correctly. Overall, being signed to a record label and going independent both has its pros and cons. Which one would you want? If you're signed to a record label, yes, you'll get radio play. Yes, you'll get known quicker. Opportunities will present itself. But you gotta remember, you're stuck in that deal until the label recoups. Are you willing to do that? Also, you gotta know you don't drop music when you want. They drop the music when they want. So keep that in mind. One thing to remember too, you're not getting 100% of the records you sell. That's getting split up with your record label. Everyone's getting their cut. Yes, you can rise to the top fast, but will you sell records continuously? And you never know, it could go wrong. And at the end, is it worth it? How much money will you make? What do you get out of it? What are you leveraging? Now, being independent, yes, you get 100% of the money back that you make from the records you sell. But yes, going independent, you have to have your own money. You have to spend your own money. You got to find your own connections, market yourself correctly, and you'll be good. But it takes time. It's not easy. It's very hard, but you will make all the money back of the records you sell. And remember, you can drop when you want. You're the brand. They're not in control of when you drop music. You are. Now, it will take longer the independent route, but it might be worth it at the end. Questions you should ask yourself. What are you trying to achieve? What's the benefits? What is your purpose? Is it for the fame? Or are you doing it because you just enjoy making music? I want to know what you guys think. If the label offers you $1 million, would you take it or would you take the independent route? You guys let me know below. Drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And if you like the brand, dopeisbeingheard.com. Go get you some. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.